Welcome to this 10-minute mindfulness quote and meditation practice from Richard Field's book, A Year of Living Mindfully, 52 quotes and weekly mindfulness practices. So today's quote comes from the Buddha. And the quote is, "Abandon what is unskillful. One can abandon the unskillful. One can abandon the unskillful. If it were not possible," the Buddha says, "if it were not possible, I would not ask you to do so. Abandon what is unskillful. One can abandon the unskillful. If it were not possible, I would not ask you to do so." So, all it takes is 10 minutes. We're going to use this quote and the following guided meditation as a way to set your intention for the next 24 hours, perhaps of letting go of something that's unskillful, or finding out what's causing that unskillful action, thought, or emotion, and find a gentler, wiser way to cope and thrive. Now, listen for the sound of the bell to bring us in and out of the meditation. Close your eyes. Let the muscles all around the eyes soften to whatever degree it's available as best as possible. Relax your jaw. Give yourself permission to move around and settle in and soften down the shoulders, the hips, whether you're lying down, sitting on the floor, in a chair. Give yourself permission to relax back and down, resting into and receiving the support that's here, receiving the support. So this practice of abandoning the unskillful is not about pride or conceit. Oh, look at what I've done. This takes a heartful courage to change the things I can. And that change comes through self-acceptance. That change comes through the recognition and acceptance of what is unskillful, what is no longer serving me or you or us or them. It's not relying on the old habits and patterns. But to have a heartful courage for wise action, skillful means, shifting attention, maybe feeling a little uncertain and stepping out on the limb just a little bit. It may feel wobbly at first. You may feel unsteady. It's unfamiliar. That's so natural. You may need training wheels. So take a moment to reflect on a situation where you recognize an unskillful action or thought. What was that most recently? Something that you said or did? Something relatively recent, with not a lot of intensity. Maybe you're just pushing yourself too hard to get a job done on a deadline that's not necessary. Maybe you have a sense of urgency in traffic. Maybe you're just not as kind as you would like to be toward your loved ones. Maybe you're eating more than you'd like. Maybe you'd like to quit smoking. Whatever the unskillfulness is, reflect for a moment on what may be causing it. In what way would some form of self-care really be useful? Would it be possible to not rush, practice not rushing? Is it possible to soothe the part of you that may occasionally and temporarily feel that whatever's going on is an emergency and has to be remedied immediately? Can you soften around that? And perhaps even abandon that sense of unreal emergency. Unless, of course, it is blood, flood, or fire. Our bodies will jump into action necessarily and skillfully. In this case, in this meditation, just noticing a simple turn toward your heart. What ways could you be friendlier, kinder, gentler with yourself? And slowly begin to let the unskillfulness fade. By little, feeling the strength and the support in and around you. Feeling your rootedness. How can you just very slowly, or even right now, make the choice to do as the Buddha said is possible? because we can. We can abandon the unskillful. And now listen for the sound of the bell to bring us back. Thank you so much for spending this 10 minutes of mindfulness and for bringing it into the life around you. Thank you.